Right, what's up guys? We're in the coffee shop today, so sorry if there's a bit of background noise. We found an article today that proves that in the next cycle with QE, we're going to have the biggest bull run ever. So that means not only Bitcoin, not Ethereum, but our altcoins are in for some massive gains. Again, if you want to support the channel, you know what to do, like the video and subscribe. Let's get into it. Right boys, we're in the coffee shop today, and I wanted to take you guys through a little bit of a study that I found today about QE and the effects of QE on the bull run. Now, many of you guys know that this cycle was basically a quantitative tightening bull run. So what that meant was no money printer going burr. We didn't have the Fed injecting liquidity into the markets, which meant that the cycle was a little bit different to what it was in previous cycles, right? We weren't getting as much money flowing into some of our mid and small caps. It was basically just focused on BTC and somewhat Ethereum, which we'll get into in a second, guys. But I wanted you guys to visualize this, right? This was the previous two cycles, QE, QT. So realistically, Bitcoin doesn't really care when it comes to what stage of the business cycle we're in. But when it comes to our altcoins, I'm sure a lot of you guys would have loved a similar run to what we got in like 2021 to 2017, guys. So I'm gonna link this paper here for all of you guys at the end of the video. You guys can go and check this out for yourself. You can download the PDF. But it was a pretty interesting paper from the International Journal of Economics and Financial Issues from 2021, studying the impact of QE on cryptocurrency. And for all of you guys who kind of like don't want to read through this, don't worry, we got our good old friend ChatGPT to summarize it. And it's a lot of stuff that we already know, guys. So, I mean, number one, we look at what happened, and basically there was massive money printing in 2020, okay? We had a liquidity flood, and soon after that, markets exploded. Now, I think I probably need to talk into the mic a little bit better like this. You know what, let's put it like this. Soon after that, the crypto markets exploded, right? We had Bitcoin going from 5K to 60K. Yeah, ETH went from about $100 all the way to 4K. So we saw ETH have the gains that we were expecting from a lot of altcoins in this run, right? We saw like 3,200% or 3.2K%. Bitcoin went up and did a 18x in the last run, guys, right? So we were expecting that for a lot of our altcoins this run, which didn't happen, okay? Now, why is it more likely that this will happen with our altcoins in the next cycle? Researchers actually used an event study method to analyze crypto returns before and after QE compared to crypto performance with the S&P 500 and gold inflation. So they measured abnormal returns, meaning did crypto outperform traditional assets because of QE? Now, first of all, Bitcoin and ETH, this is why we're going to be positioning heavy in Bitcoin and ETH in the next run. They had significant positive abnormal returns after QE. So they outperformed both stocks and gold, and they had a statistically meaningful impact. Whereas the smaller cryptos, it was positive, but it was not statistically significant. So basically, it suggests that most of the move started with major coins first. So if we did that in this cycle as well, you know, if you just put most of your money into Bitcoin and then tried to rotate out, you probably would have done well, right? I know a lot of altcoins topped early, but Bitcoin got moving first. So even if you captured like the first 6 months of Bitcoin's move and then rotated it into alts for another 6 months, you probably would have done pretty well. But I think in the next cycle, what we're going to do is we're just going to stick to Bitcoin, have like maybe 10% of our portfolio in alts, and then we can look at like stocks and stuff like that as well. But why did QE boost crypto, guys? It's because of the inflation hedge, right? Everyone's saying, you know, we're sort of positive for QE, but we've got to remember, what is QE, guys? It's when the Fed just starts printing money and the value of the dollar or whatever currency they start printing decreases, okay? So crypto has limited supply like gold, or when we say crypto, we mean Bitcoin. Not all cryptos have limited supply. The dollar does not have a limited supply, right? So people are hedging against the dollar, expecting the dollar to go down, going into crypto as a safe haven or a safer investor or a safer investment. So they basically hedge against financial uncertainty. And now another thing to think about is when we do get later on into these cycles, people are not really looking at it as a typical investment. They're thinking like, right, we're going to use this as an alternative money we're seeing that, especially in this run, people can go and you can buy a bunch. There's some stuff here in London as well, but you can go and buy food with crypto. You know, if you go to a place like UAE, you can buy property, you can buy cars, you can buy jewelry, all that sort of stuff. So now we're getting later into these cycles. Obviously, we're having the currency substitute having more of an impact, and back then that was the most important finding, guys. Okay, so it suggests that people weren't just hedging; they may have been looking for alternatives to your traditional money, which basically is worthless. Okay, so we go to QT versus QE for Bitcoin. We know that if Bitcoin comes back down in October and we're somewhere around 40k, even 33k, we're going to be buying the living hell out of that. I'll share my portfolio with all of you guys as well, so you can see like what my average buy price is going to be for Bitcoin. I think if we do get down to like 33k, then for ETH we probably should be somewhere around here, like around the 1k to 1.3k region. So we're even going to mark that up. I think I've got it on a different chart as well, but we'll mark up this here, and this is like an ultimate buy zone. Okay, so when we come back down here, like we had in the previous cycle where I was like, you know what, if we get down to these prices, we don't ask, we just buy. That's going to be the same for ETH in here. And I think with QE in the next cycle, I mean 3,200% gains. This cycle on QT a bit more restrictive. We didn't get the same gains. We've got like a 500%, but it doesn't mean that we have to have diminishing returns for ETH in the next cycle, being that we'll be in a new business cycle and we'll be under different monetary policy, guys. So probably, you know, even if we are targeting that 7k region, which we were for this cycle, you know, 700% gains, not looking too bad, guys. So I'd urge all of you guys to go and read this, right? Before you do start giving up on the market and you say, you know, crypto's a scam, just understand why things played out a bit differently over this cycle. We've got to kind of like be fluid with the market, right? I say it to you guys all the time. We learn from these things. Didn't really go the way that I was expecting it to go 100%, but still there was money to be made in the market. And I think by the time that Bitcoin gets down to around here, you know, golden opportunity for all of us to be getting back in, but at that time it's not going to feel like we're going to get back in, guys. So again, remember what's coming, remember why we're staying in the market, what we're looking forward to going into the end of this year, into next year. We'll look at some, you know, other positions as well. If we can get a good gold position somewhere down here, a good silver position somewhere down here. You know, I'm not really interested in buying at these highs, considering these are my average buy prices, like still hundreds of % in profit. And for the S&P, we'll do a whole different series on that, guys. But yeah, that's just a quick one today. Sorry if the background noise is a bit too loud, but yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you go and read the article in your own time, and we'll look at some more altcoins later on today. Peace.